Good evening, podcast world. We are back. I am your host, Aaron, and here is my fellow host,
Andy.
Hey. So, Andy, how was your August and September? Or August, sorry, July and August.
Yeah. I mean, well, we recorded the last one, middle of August? It was another day before, middle of July. I've just done the same as you did.
We're all over the place.
It was another day before me and Mum flew to London.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, the Wednesday night.
It has been a while.
Yeah, it has, because we're now
A week from the wedding.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, we're nearly at the end of August. So yeah, we've had pretty much all of August and half of July to report on, I guess.
Yeah,
so,
we've got lots to talk about.
Aye.
We've had the stag.
We did. What was that? 2 weeks ago? A week and a half ago?
Week and a half ago.
My London trip, obviously.
Yep.
We've been to Graham's twice since we last recorded.
Yep. There's a lot happened. I am £4 from Target.
Nice.
The Impossible Target. So, yeah, it's all go. So, let's talk about London, because obviously that was first up.
Yeah, right off the back of...
Yeah.
I flew the next day after the last episode recorded and aired. I think I edited it and put it out that same night. But yeah, it was brilliant. We flew down on the Thursday, got the train down from Gatwick to Crawley, because we were staying in a hotel on the outskirts of Crawley. Got the taxi from just outside Crawley train station to town centre up to the hotel. It was the wrong hotel. There was two with the same name. So yeah, we had to then walk from our hotel, or from that hotel down to our hotel, down a road that did not have any paths at the side of it, in scorching heat, because it was during a heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
But we got there, and then yeah, just got settled in, and then we found a wee shop and a wee pub just 10-15 minute walk away. The pub was lovely, it was really quiet. I mean, it was a Thursday night, I suppose, so I think there was a few people out the back in the beer garden, but we just went in. There was not a single person in the wee loungy bit. We got a pint and sat out on the wee picnic table at the front. And then we just got some munchies, went back up to the hotel, and then went up into town on the Friday.
Nice.
Went to Leicester Square first of all, because obviously I know that well, know my bearings from there, given that I used to work there. And then we'd just had a wander, really. We'd planned to go to the Natural History Museum later on the Thursday, but how do we wander first? Ended up on a boat trip up the Thames, and of course since then every episode of EastEnders I've watched, I've looked and gone, I was there.
I was there.
Yeah. I even know, when you look at the EastEnders map, I know the bit that we got off the boat. We got on just down near Parliament, but took us right up to Greenwich, and then when we got off at Greenwich, we realised there was no tube station there, so it wasn't going to be as easy as I thought to get to South Kensington to go to the museum. Mm-hmm. We did get there eventually, but after we'd sort of booked our slot we were a bit late, so as it turns out, you could just have walked up and went in, but
yeah,
we didn't really know that, so we just, found a lovely place for some food, just on the other side of Charing Cross Road. Lovely wee pub, and then went back down the road.
Nice.
And then Saturday we did go to the Natural History Museum, and then, because obviously, as I say, we recorded the last episode the day before we flew out, I had picked for my song on that episode a Nirvana track. On the Saturday, we'd come out to the Natural History Museum, we were going to go into the Science Museum, but I happened to spy a billboard that said Nirvana on it, so I was standing reading that. Mum came up, she was like, oh, what's that? It was the Royal College of Music, and they had a Nirvana exhibit on. And I was wearing, not this, I'm wearing a Nirvana t-shirt right now, but it wasn't this one, I was wearing my black one. And Mum was just like, well, we're going to have to go in here, aren't we? So we did, and it was really interesting. It had the guitar that Kurt played for the MTV Unplugged show, and the card he was wearing at the time as well. And a load of other wee Nirvana knickknacks. And then we did go to the Science Museum, but the queue was ridiculous, so we just decided against that. went back down to Waterloo and then went along to London Bridge and got the train back down. Annoyingly, I found out while we were at Waterloo that Stu and Michelle were in London on the very same day. Didn't know they were going to be there as well, and obviously they didn't know we were going to be there. And then, even more annoyingly, I think a few days later, or no, I think it was maybe the next day, when we were down at Dad and Angela's, found out that Laura and Cayman, her was fiancée at the time, now wife, they were at a Stevie Wonder concert in Hyde Park.
Oh, nice.
And of course, me and Mum love Stevie Wonder, so had we have known that Stu and Michelle were going to be there, that Laura and Cayman were going to see Stevie Wonder, we could have been a lot better prepared. As it turns out, we had a great time anyway.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on the Sunday, Dad came and picked us up at the hotel and took us down to his and Angela's house, which I hadn't seen yet. They moved in last November. So we got to spend a bit of time with them. He took us down at Horsham, so I had a wee look around there. And it was just a really good few days.
Nice. It sounds like an awesome trip.
It was really good.
Yeah. Suppose what we saw pretty much every movie during the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw Fantastic Four, saw Superman, Weapons, Nobody 2 last night with Ian. Going to Jaws. You're coming to Jaws.
I'm not coming to Jaws.
You are. We've got your ticket. You're coming to Jaws.
The ticket was free. I'm sure you could give it to someone else.
No, you're coming to Jaws.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Andy doesn't come out on Sundays. So
Andy doesn't come out on school nights, whether it's a Sunday or not.
It's not a school night though, it's a school day.
Yeah, but still. Principle remains.
Andrew. Give me 2 seconds.
He's disappointed in that.
I am very disappointed in you, Andrew.
But I don't care.
Where are we? Ian, do you want Andy's ticket?
Nice.
See if Ian takes it. I hope he does. You deserve that.
Fingers crossed.
You deserve that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't care. I'm not going to be there. In fairness, had I taken next week off, I probably would have come.
I don't understand why you didn't take next week off, if I'm honest.
Well, purely because the weather was looking better this week than next week, and I thought, if it is, I'll be able to maybe do some stuff in the garden. Next week's looking pretty poor the entire week, so I was kind of favouring next week, because obviously it's my birthday and that, but this week looked better weather-wise, so I went for this week.
Understandably, but I thought the weather was looking alright for us.
Well, during the week it wasn't, when I checked, but that was beginning of last week.
Me sitting here like, what the fuck's going on? Weather's meant to be good next Saturday. You are right, it does look like it's raining. Don't tell the missus. Although we are 2 days away from like the actual predicted forecast on that. But I guess we shall see how that goes. But yeah, I was surprised you didn't take it. But obviously I get to come in to my old workplace on the Thursday and pick you up.
So you do?
Yeah, get to say hello to the old gang and they can sit there and give me glares.
Fair enough, I'm sure they won't, but...
Yeah. I don't feel the love when I come in, like, I've got to be honest. I loved working there, I love most of the people there, but I don't feel the love back as much, if I'm honest. Not a bad thing, though. Obviously I got a new job.
So you did?
Yeah.
You starting in October, you said?
October, yeah. New job. Gonna be doing what I'm good at. I'm going to have a good set of team around me. I'm going to have somebody chasing for me. I'm going to have, and I've got the plan there of progressing even further in 18 months to 2 years. That's the idea. That's what they want me to do. And I'll then have a whole bunch of guys that can rely on me like the good old days.
Yeah.
So, it seems to be fitting into place. I'm looking forward to it. We'll obviously talk about it more the next podcast because we'll be closer and we'll be back for the honeymoon at that point. And I've passed all my drug tests and alcohol. I've got to go through them all. Drug tests. I get alcohol and drug testing. I think it's to do with the job itself. It's to make sure that everyone's legit, basically. Because I'm going through I've had to go through a hell of a lot of checks so far in the last few weeks. So yeah. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Being very thorough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd prefer that, to be fair. But Oh yeah, so on the last podcast we were talking about the July Cup. Now this is such a long time ago, but it's such a great example of how horse racing can go horribly wrong.
I take it this is horse racing.
Yeah. No, I actually realised when I listened, because I listened back to the podcast the other day, and I realised when we were talking about the July Cup. So I don't know if you remember, but I did say that when it came to the July Cup, there was 20 horses racing, and I really didn't know which one to pick in the July Cup, but I knew all the other horses I wanted to have in all the other races that day.
Right.
Well, sure as shit, did not every other fucking horse that I picked that day fucking win. Like every accumulator that I had got to the very last race. Not one fell off, right? Not only that, the 4 horses I ended up picking for the July Cup became the top 4. Right, so I was sitting there with Flora Bermuda for something like £900 odd. I was sitting there with Notable Speech for 600. I was sitting there with Whistle Jacket for I think it was like 200, and I can't even remember who the other one was, but it was worth about 500 or 600. And not one of those fuckers even placed.
Oh, I do remember you telling me about this. Was this one of the nights that we went through to Graham's? I'm sure I remember you telling me on the way through.
And it's a great example of how, like, if I just hadn't even put anything on those horses and just left it as the horses that I knew, I'd have been like $5,000 up. But stupid ass me thinking it'll make it excited was like, oh, I'll put it on this one, I'll put it on that one. Not one of the fuckers even placed. Like, it was, to be fair, I only bet £10. Like I say, it's a strike thing. I do 25 pence and 50 pence each race. But it was horrible. It was fucking horrible. I was sitting there like coming into the last race, and I'm going, Laura, our 4 horses are like the favourites, and I'm like, she's like, well, how much? And I'm sitting there telling her, and I'm like, sitting there, and I'm like, it was a 66 to 1 that won it. But what's worse is I'd even looked at that 66 to 1. I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah, 66 to 1. Like, nah. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the RPRs on it, going, it's really fucking fast, but I'm like, nah, there's a reason it's 66 to 1, which in turn has made me learn a very valuable lesson now. So if I do, as we saw this weekend, I ended up making quite a bit of money back off even just horses placing based on their RPRs. So valuable lesson learned.
Well, I certainly learned a lesson about horse racing on your stag.
We went to Perth races.
We did.
I lost £100.
My very first time at the races, which I really enjoyed, I have to say.
Yeah, it was great.
Although I've learned for the next time not to look at anything or listen to anybody, just go with which one I like the name of.
Yeah.
Because we were there for 6 races?
Six races.
Because obviously we left there before the 7th for our meal, which was beautiful. So 6 races. The first one, in fairness, I didn't even look at the listings, see who I might fancy in terms of what name I liked or whatever. I just went with the one you went with.
Who finished second?
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is worth pointing out here is I had 5 seconds across 6 races, and on top of that, the other horses that won in 4 of those races were on my list as well. So like I'd picked across the 6 races we were at, I picked 1 or 2 horses per race, sometimes 3 depending on how many were in it. And every single horse that I seemed to actually pick on the day out of my 3 finished second, and one of the other ones finished first. It was a bit brutal.
Yeah, it was a bit, because the ones that I liked the look of, and if I hadn't have even read anything in the wee booklet we got, if I had just went on the name, I'd have got the winner in race 2, 3 and 4.
That's gambling.
The one I went for in race 5, remember, we thought I'd won, but he'd lost by a nose.
I thought you fucking had it, if I'm honest. The way it came down, I was like, he's got it.
Yeah. And then, of course, I did win the race 6 one.
It was. Do you want to know what? The best way I can describe it is we were at Perth races, so you had some of the best jockeys in the world and some of the best trainers, but it wasn't even their. It was their Z-list crop of horses that brought across. And in terms of analysis, I'd even spoken to the guys at some of the podcasts I listened to, and they didn't even analyse them for us. So I was left to analyse myself, and the only way, and I said this to you, the only way I can describe it is each weekend when I do analysis on racing. It's like analysing Man City, Man U, right? Analysing Perth races was like analysing East Fife. Is John the plumber going to have a good weekend at left back because he's had a shit week at work? And it's fucking hard because, you know, when you've got when you do a normal grade 1 or group 3 or big race, you've got stall analysis you can come out with, you've got RPRs that you can test, and you can run analysis through III on a lot of things to see, and you can run out different scenarios based on ground conditions, and I do all that shit. Normally take me about an hour and a bit sometimes. Perth took me over 3.5 hours. And even then I still lost £100. Gutted. Gutted. I won it back this weekend. But yeah, like when you go to Perth, you don't bet. But there was people putting on £2,000 in a race. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck?
I was behind somebody in the queue. I think I was putting on a fiver, and he was putting on like £200.
Yeah.
He lost. I won. That was when it was race 6 and I won.
Yeah, no, I was standing there and somebody walked up and said £2,000 on it, and I was just sitting there like, it's Perth races, man. Like, what you doing? Like, but obviously the girl that joined us later on at the end, she was having really good luck. Like, yeah, she even got the last race when we left. She had showed me what she picked and it won. So, and she'd had three winners at that point.
I'm glad she didn't listen to me, because I told her whatever name I fancied of the horses, and we found out later in the restaurant that did not win. So glad she stuck to her own gut on that and didn't listen to me. Yeah, no. Do you want to know what though? Let's be really honest. Perth is a beautiful racecourse. It's stunning. It's got it's really good environment, atmosphere. We had the perfect weather for it as well. It was absolutely scorching. Oh yeah, like it's well maintained. There's a lot of good things up there. It's maybe a little bit pricey, but then most places you go to are. But then I suppose you've also got the opportunity to make your money back on what you're spending. True. Not many places you go to that can happen. So yeah, do you want to know what? I hope that you come back again. Like I'll definitely be going up a few times. I'd be up for it. Yeah. Maybe next summer or something. Yeah. Obviously we've got the Scottish National in between. You've got my horse that'll come up to Perth as well. Nice. Because I own a horse, so my very own Mr. Ulysses should be coming to Perth. So I'd hope that we'd all go see that when it happens, and cheer him on. I'll also let you know if we should put money on him or not. Yeah. I'll obviously naturally have to put money on him. Like I've not even got. It'll be, if I'm sitting there putting on the win, then you know something's up. If I'm sitting there putting it on each way, you go. So you go, wait a minute. The very funny thing about my horse is that the email came out to go, you know about this, is that you get to go to the stable, and my horse is an Ollie Murphy horse, and it's stables in Warwickshire. So Laura, little R and I were going to, when we knew when the stable visit was going to get organised, we were going to go ahead and do it. And we got an email to say your stable visit for this date, and it was the date of the wedding. And I was sitting there and I'm like, can we push the wedding back? Which that joke did not go down well. After 3 years of prep, 2.5 years of prep, so yeah, I'm not going to be going to see my horse at his stable this year, but obviously I will see him when he comes to the course. I'll go up and I'll get my owner's badge. We don't actually need owner badges when we go to Ayr Scottish Grand National next year, because we've got the best tickets you can get. You've got badges that give you access to everywhere and everywhere. Yeah, I thought you knew. Do you not know like what you've got for this? Do you not pay attention? Well, I pay attention, but then we'll probably have just forgotten because. Your best man gift is that obviously you have the t-shirts, you'll have a couple other things, but then I'm taking you to Ayr, to the Scottish Grand National, and we have the nice house, and you also have the badge, all access badge, so you'll get to keep your badge, and it'll have like Scottish Grand National 2025, which is another cool thing you get to keep as being a best man, but it allows you access to anywhere throughout the entire day, including obviously stalls, trainers, things like that, but also if it's pissing with rain, we're going to be able to sit in the big glass auditorium that overlooks the course too. Nice.
So we're actually covered regardless when we go to air. Week before, me and Brian will be in Liverpool for the Grand National. And yeah, it's going to be fun. So I think we talked about this. Why don't we place a bet live on the podcast? Let's have a look.
Dead on.
Let's have.
Grab a beer while you do.
Yeah, I'm going to have a quick look here. Bet. Let's have a look. So next races, folks. I'm going to go to UK and Ireland, and we have Bellowstown. There's a couple of favourites in here. So Bellowstown, today is the 26th of August. It is 7:15, and the next race at Bellowstown, where I've had a lot of luck this evening, is 7:25. So we have an Aidan O'Brien horse that's favourite, which Aidan O'Brien's horses are always favourite.
I don't care anymore. After Perth, just tell me the names. I'll tell you which one's going to win.
Right. Gifted is the favourite, along with Tiswala. There is Stellar Quality, Carmel's Phoenix, Radar Ahead, Like What You See, Alexa Next, Sedaya Nube, Ballerina Boxer, and Rapid Sequence. Now, Rapid Sequence is 150 to 1.
Ballerina Boxer, that's mine.
It's 66 to 1. Ballerina Boxer is a point winner, won a 3-mile handicap hurdle at Punchtowns in June. Will surely find this trip too sharp.
Nah, no way.
Okay. I am swinging towards Twasula based on that there though. Has been consistent in defeating 5 maidens up to this season. Latest effort over 1.2. Cork narrowly denied but wandered under pressure. Rated 84, so sets the standard. And then obviously, as I say, you've got here Aidan O'Brien's well-bred filly, Gifted. Ran well enough on debut over course and distance last month, finishing just behind Radar Ahead. Should have benefited from that run, a big player. So Radar Ahead is 18 to 1, and it beat Gifted, and Gifted is the favourite. So that tells me right away that I'm not entirely sure that's the best horse to be going with, because if the 18 to 1 beat it last month, how the fuck's it going to beat it this month? Which tells me people are just putting bets on that because it's an Aidan O'Brien horse.
Every chance.
I would say so. Your Ballerina Boxer's just gone to 81. Do you want me to put a 30p each way on it?
Yes. No, to win.
You want me to put 60 pence on it to win?
Yes.
It's gone to 100 to 1. Fuck's sake. Right, so Andy's Ballerina Boxer. There we go.
Excuse me.
Gifted is getting really jacked up here.
Oh, we've not even mentioned, by the way, the pub is not deathly quiet this evening. We are recording around my dinner table.
Yeah, we've had issues trying to record. We were meant to record at the start of the month, but Andy cancelled. Yes, you did. The very first weekend. You sent me the message, can we move it?
I can't remember. I don't think I did.
You did.
Did I?
Yep. You cancelled on us.
And then you did the next time.
I did.
Because we were meant to, what was it, a couple of weeks ago on the Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
But then you'd been in a torrential downpour on the way home.
Yeah, that was
like a storm on or something.
Biblical apocalyptic weather that seemed to not hit Glenrothes whatsoever, but took out the whole fucking Cooper.
Yeah.
It was a bit mental, if I'm honest. Yeah, I was very, very surprised.
Oh, I did cancel on us once. I wasn't well.
Yeah, no, you weren't. It wasn't that you weren't well. I don't think anyway.
I definitely did once because I wasn't well.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I've decided I'm going with Tiswala. I'm only going to put £1 on it, so it gives me £3 back.
But you've got loads of winnings from my one coming in.
If your one comes in, I'll be due you some money. If fucking ballerina boxer comes in 100 to 1. And it's all recorded live on the Two for the Road podcast. Yeah, I'm not entirely understanding why that's the way it is, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened. So, obviously, we have the wedding next week. We have some really good things planned. We've got a wedding party pub quiz on the Thursday.
We do.
We have a barbecue
that Martin's making, so you know it's going to be good.
A braai, sorry, as they call it, Martin.
Actually, I'm having one before that. I'm having 2 in a week.
Are you? How are you getting another one again?
Because this Saturday, that's the reason because I was meant to be working this Saturday, but I changed it, and I worked Saturday there, so I could get next Saturday off, or this Saturday now, so I could help Mum at the Kelty Coal Race. And of course, being in Kelty, where Martin and Anna are, Martin said, afterwards you've got to come for a braai. So I rung Mum from outside the restaurant up in Perth where we were last week, and I was like, Mum, Martin's doing as a barbecue. I was like, awesome.
Nice.
I'm sure he's doing lamb, because that's Mum's favourite, I'm sure, is lamb.
Can you say to him about the messages to confirm to me how much it is, because I'll pay for it. He just needs to tell me what he needs. That's the...
Is he not just waiting on numbers?
Well,
he can
got Ian. I'm just waiting on a couple more people. I believe Mark's not joining us the night before, but will be. I think we're at 9 because Eddie's coming. So, yeah, at the moment. So,
nice.
Yeah, as I said, I'll cover it. I can't imagine it'll be that expensive.
Nah, I wouldn't have thought so anyway.
But as I said, everyone just needs to bring their drink.
And as we know, Graham stays pretty much equidistant between 2 shops anyway, so not an issue.
Me and Brian on Diet Cokes, and because he's not getting wasted the night before, he's... I
don't imagine anybody will, to be fair.
Yeah. Fraser might join us later on that night. He's doing the football, so... Which, that's what I was saying to him, I totally understand. Like, we took nights off when we did the stag, and honestly you feel it. It's also harder to get back on it. So I was like, yeah, take your time. But the Let's Fucking Go group, the guys all losing weight, are doing exceptionally well. I have to give Eddie a big shout out. He's not only passed his target, he's just propelling at the moment, amazingly. Big fucking kudos to him. He's made a big effort. Fraser joined me, Bill and Brian, so we're all focused on that journey, and as we said, we're all doing exceptionally well. I think that there will be... I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to hit it, even though I'm only £4 away.
Really?
Yeah, we'll see. The other thing as well is that I am so close to it, but I'm also... I don't know if you remember, but we actually... I apologise, is that there was a bit of a awakening or realisation the other week of how lucky we are. A friend of mine's gone through quite a lot, something recently, a loss, and it made you kind of realise that, you need to enjoy things as well. And this weekend I'm away to the Silverburn Food Festival with Fraz, Alex, and obviously I invited you, but
but obviously I'm in Kelty, having probably far better food than you guys are going to have.
I doubt that.
I
do doubt that. It is Silverburn Food Festival. There's some very
but
cool.
It's also
Martin's
house,
No, I get that. And then Sunday we're off to see Jaws, and then I'll be 3 days of work, and then that'll be me. I'm quietly excited.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I am looking forward to this a lot.
It has fairly crept up,
Aye, yeah.
It's very close now.
Yeah,
It feels like it's, when we've been talking about it in previous episodes, it's almost been a bit of an abstract, oh yeah, that's coming up in the future. Yeah, it's here now. Oh yeah, do we need to speeches?
No, yeah, the best men have to do speeches.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Did we ever work out who's going in what order?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
This was all set out.
But you know what?
Starts with Brian.
Yeah.
Then you.
Then me, then Paul.
Then Paul.
Right, got it. I thought that's what it was.
Because it goes in order of when I mean, it's timeline.
Exactly, yeah.
As timelines of
So
when
I
you
need
came
to
in.
tie in with they two and see how they end it. And
I think Brian's done his.
yeah.
Yeah. Not entirely sure about Paul, but
Well, but then I like the quiz that me and Paul made for your
I heard that was last minute.
Well, it wasn't last minute, it was on the day.
I heard that. Brian's was all sorted. Photos of my fucking bald spot and everything. Well, Andy, Ballerina Boxer is now 125 to 1. So I'm really fucking hoping that Ballerina Boxer comes in at this rate.
Well, trust me.
Mines has moved up to joint favourite with Gifted. So I'll be very happy if it comes in. There we go, and they're paying 3 places on this, so me sitting here like, come on Ballerina Boxer, fucking come on.
Yeah, speaking of our quiz that
Oh, they're off.
Paul and I did on your stag,
Uh-huh.
I done my questions to Stu on Saturday night and we were having a catch up.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ballerina Boxer's last, by the way.
Lulling you in a false sense of security.
I'm going to be very honest, mate. He is not lulling anyone into any sense of security. He is so far off the pace, it's unbelievable.
Is it like that one at that race at Perth that just came trotting along like,
Pretty
after all
much.
the rest had finished?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm kind of sorry for that one.
Yeah. Well, my horse at the moment is sitting in front of the Aidan O'Brien horse, which worries me because it means that the Aidan O'Brien horse is sitting there just taking its time. But he's got a length. My horse has got a length on the Aidan O'Brien horse. I don't think you're last. No, you are. You're still last. There we go.
It's a good vantage point from which to watch the rest of the race.
Yeah, it's a very good. Yeah, well, apparently that's what he's doing. I'd be happy for him to get up to third, if I'm honest. I think he's got that in him. Looking at that, there is. This is why people put money on the Aidan O'Brien horses. It's just sitting there stalking my horse right now, and it's. Yep, your horse is right at the back, mine's is right at the front. Is here we go.
But I'm never going to, after that day at Perth,
I'm
never going to go away from the gut instinct, what's the name you like. I'm just going to go back to that 100% now.
No, I've always said, when I send anything out to anyone, go with what you feel. This is just mine. So, obviously, lots of people have asked for it in the past. So, and it was pretty good analysis everyone got because there was the winners in them all. It's just
definitely
my dumb ass wasn't picking them. So, yeah. Although mine's is now gone about 2 lengths ahead, and there does seem to be an outsider coming all the way through. Yours is still at the back, and mine's is going against the rail, and there's a horse coming right up beside him that is overtook my horse now, and yep, it is not Rocky Balboa, sorry, the boxer one. It was, who was that? Stellar Quality that won. Sean Foley and Mrs. J Hardington at 4-1.
Nice.
Mine's dropped all the way back to third, and the Aidan O'Brien horse comes sprinting at the back and got second. And would you believe it? As Ballerina Boxer was dead last. It is what it is.
Yeah. It's got a cool name.
Yeah. And, after a 22-1 tonight, and 7-1, and in play. That's 3 out of 4, so I'll take a 75% conversion this evening.
I've been wanting to get that wee bugger all day.
You just killed the fly.
Yeah, I caught one of the wee fruit flies. It's been annoying me all afternoon. I finally just caught it.
Nice. There we go. Ian's not got back to me yet about his ticket, and Graham has. There we go.
Well, something else happened since we recorded the last episode.
Okay.
League football's back.
Yes, it is.
That's been awesome. Well, I mean, depending on your allegiance, it's not been so great for United, of course. We've got 1 point from the opening 2 games.
What a Rangers fan.
Well, here's hoping you can turn it around tomorrow night. Are they? Oh, they're in extra time. Celtic are playing right now in their Champions League playoff round. Second leg, it was 0-0 in the first leg. It appears it was 0-0 at full time, and they're now in extra time, according to Sky Sports News, which I've got with telly. And you guys play tomorrow, don't you?
Yep.
Was it 2-0 in the first leg?
I thought we got one back.
3-1.
3-1.
Oh yeah, because he's conceded like 3 in the first 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, we did get a goal disqualified as well.
Aye.
It should have been 3-2. But it is what it is. I'm just used to it now as a Rangers fan.
Yeah.
With Chris Boyd getting the piss ripped out of him, he's like, aye, we've still got the most trophies, and the boy was like, I can't remember what his name is, was like, aye, till next year. And it's true.
Really, is it quite close between the two?
I think naturally that'll happen.
I think I seen somewhere, some Facebook post or something about the most league titles in the world, that these are now equal for them. But there's, I think, like Linfield or something in Northern Ireland's got more.
Oh, really?
Aye. It was like a list of the top league winners, I guess, in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they were top on 60 odd. And you guys, I'm sure, had the same.
Yeah, do you want to know what? It's that age-old thing of it is what it is. And like any sport, you just... I was very fortunate to grow up with players like Paul Gascoigne, Brian Laudrup playing for the club. I got to see Ali McCoist and Barry Ferguson become managers. Like it's been great, but yeah, like any football team, like what we're seeing with Man United now, what we're seeing with Man City, I suppose as well, is that you can only be great for so long. Eventually, somebody else is going to.
Well, I don't think City have dropped off that much.
I think
they got beat at the weekend by Spurs, but Spurs are definitely their bogey team. I'm sure I read somewhere that in Pep Guardiola's career as a manager, now Spurs and I think maybe Liverpool and Real Madrid or something are level on wins against these sides. So definitely a bogey team. But we're 2 games in. I mean, United played Arsenal off the park in their first game, ended up losing to a corner. And I didn't watch the Fulham game on Sunday. I just didn't fancy it, so I sat and played Fallout, I think. And then read that we drew 1-1 anyway, and Fernandes missed a penalty.
Fair enough. What was I going to say? To be honest with you, Wrexham are even doing shite now, so like...
Picked up a win or two, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Could be wrong.
Got United on the telly tomorrow, because we've got Grimsby in the League Cup.
Aye.
Because obviously we're not in Europe, so we enter at this stage.
Yeah, that's true. What was I going to say? So, I just got a message there. It's actually from Jolly to say that Paul had just phoned him. Probably passed him on my number to sort out the minibus. So right after we just talked about the minibus. There is no minibus.
There's now non-existent minibus, yeah.
I will sort that out for Paul. I need to sort something for Paul now.
Oh, is that probably why he was ringing?
Yeah.
Right.
That's fine. I'll get something sorted for him. Try to think who's up that way.
Is he up Leslie way, yeah?
Yeah. So Andy has a habit of cutting things out, and I'm going to ask him not to cut this next part out. Okay. So when it comes to the wedding, there is a lot of people. Most of the people coming are people I absolutely love. Okay. And unfortunately, there is people not coming to the wedding who I actually care about, my kids in particular. And just found out that somebody I would have classed as a close friend still, regardless of what's been going on between us, is not going to come. And I think it's quite sad. I think it's got to that point that as far as I'm concerned, there was no awkwardness at all. And it's a bit disappointing, if I'm honest, because I feel like we're grown-ups and we should have definitely moved on by now. I'm hoping that between now and next Saturday that changes, but it definitely will affect things going forward. Again, but what I'd also like to take a point in saying here is that Andy, Brian, and Paul did absolutely phenomenal in organising an amazing stag. Like, it was everything and anything I could have asked for. Like, to be honest with you, it was a great day.
It really was.
Yeah, I'm going to throw the little shit in the cold water next time I get along to thingy on next Saturday. You're bringing.
I didn't say I was going.
Oh, you're going. If we have to throw you in the fucking boot, you're going. To answer, I'll have to throw you in your jammies.
Dude, I don't have jammies.
Okay, if we have to throw you in naked, like, we will throw you in naked. But yeah, we're going.
I'm sure there's laws against that.
I think the old ladies would like it. They'd be over the moon that we're back and throwing a naked guy in this time.
Fair enough.
I do need to get Paul's changing tent thing from him when he comes to on Wednesday. But yeah, I think you will feel exhilarated with that. I actually felt amazing the rest of the day.
Just for reference here, for anyone that doesn't know what he's talking about, on the morning of the stag, he had a dip in the Forth, the River Forth.
No. Well, technically, yeah, but it was the Cellardyke Sea swimming pool. So it comes in from the Forth, and it's like, what is it, 1940s outside swimming pool, but it comes in from the sea. It was phenomenal. It was fucking freezing, but it was phenomenal, and there is videos of it. But
it looked pretty good, to be fair. I wasn't there. I joined later on, but
he was it out. He was, I did the Andy thing. I'm running late. But it was it's Saturday morning. I was going to be there. Saturday morning, so Andy was in his kip.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. This man, you will not get out on a Sunday, and he will not be up before fucking 11 or 12 on a Saturday.
No, sometimes.
Sometimes, very rarely. But
certainly be up that early this Saturday coming, and I was that Saturday there because I was working.
And you will be up the next Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we've got something on then.
Yeah, go throw your ass in the pool, the water. But it'll be fun. So yeah, no, honestly, you guys did phenomenal when it came to the stag, and I kind of really should have touched upon that when we were talking about the race course. But the meal was phenomenal at the Thai restaurant.
It was really lovely.
The pub quiz with the open patio doors.
Because I got lost.
I can't believe you got lost. It was the pub you chose. How did you get lost?
I was on the phone to them twice during the day to amend numbers and such when Ian was coming, and then when Paul's brother was coming as well. And I obviously had it booked and knew exactly where it was. Not exactly though, because of course when we left the restaurant and went up a street that I thought was taking us towards it, I'd said, because I think me and Stripey were walking ahead of everyone else, and I was like, right, if my map's correct, this one next on the right should be Murray Street, and then it wasn't, so we turned back. But then of course when we turned back, I seen a wee shop, so I nipped in to get cigarettes. Come back out, everyone had gone. I was like, no, it's fine, I'll get my map out. Yeah, I ended up on a wee magical mystery tour of Perth. Didn't help that a lot of the streets were completely blocked off for roadworks. I'd got lost. My location thing wasn't working on my phone, and there was these couple of girls, so I'd said to one of them, I was like, oh, do you know where the foundry is? And she was like, it's half a mile down that way. It wasn't. She was over exaggerating a bit, but I mean, I was still going in the wrong direction. So then I bumped into these couple of guys, and I was like, oh, and you came where the foundry is. One of them, they were just young guys, like, one of them was like, oh, I'll check on my phone, I'll get on Google Maps. I was like, Mate, didn't bother, I'd done that and it made me more lost. So then eventually I had Mark on the phone. I'd found my way back to the restaurant and Mark kind of directed me from the restaurant on the phone. So I got there halfway through Paul's quiz, and then of course when his was over, did my own, and then we had a prize bonus round.
Yep, we did. And then Paul drove everywhere.
He did, he was our bus driver.
A legend. But yeah, it was good. And I feel like there's something big that we've not talked. Oh, yeah, I won £10,000.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. And got robbed. So the bookie's not paying out. So I've had to go to the regulator.
Yeah.
Yes. I did get.
Got a warranty.
Yeah, I've had to. Well, I got paid £1,000 off the £10,000, and then I've had to go to the regulator because the bookie's refusing to pay the rest out. So I'm obviously no longer using that bookie.
Yeah, naturally.
Naturally, yeah.
I'm not exactly a big gambler myself, but if ever I do decide to get a online account, it won't be with them.
Yeah, we won't name the bookie because for legal reasons that they could come and thingy, but it is with their regulator. And yes, I did win £10,000, and they've only paid me 1/10 of that because they're blaming it on a technical issue. So
I'm sure Warren G will rule in your favour.
We'll see. It's going to be a very long process, and we'll see.
Nate Dogg was still around. He'd back it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a bit of a kick in the balls.
Yeah.
I was quite excited.
Aye.
You know,
well, you would be, really.
Yeah, well, you're sitting there going, it's a couple of weeks, like a month or so before my wedding, I've just won 10 grand, like, what the fuck? So, yeah, it is what it is. It's, you know, as a lot of people said to me, you know, I still got paid £1,000 because I don't bet big, as I've said multiple times. I only bet 25 pences and 50 pence each ways. So, yes, and obviously that's on top of everything else that we've won this year, which is huge. So yeah, I am still grateful for what I got, and yeah, hopefully the regulator will come down on my side. What else has happened?
You've been at Comic-Con since we did the last episode, have you not?
Yeah, little R's going through her Lala Boo Boo phase.
You told me about that, whatever it is.
It's like a little monster cuddly gremlin thing, and every time one of my horses wins at the weekend, she gets a new Lala Boo Boo. That's the deal, and she now has 6.
I do remember on the day that you were at Comic-Con, you sent me a photo of Lara's new glasses, which are very similar to mine.
If they are.
It's copying my style. They're love heart shaped,
She
by the way.
she didn't want anything when we were there. Normally she would want something, but she took 2 £1 pick and mixes where she got those glasses, and she didn't want anything else. She just wanted a Lala Boo Boo, and I'm like, okay, well, if this happens, then you'll get it, and she did. So it's we were at a Lala Boo Boo party at Pinkerton's. It's Sunday there, and yeah, seems to be the new craze. Lala Boo Boos. She's into K-pop demons at the moment. Big thing. Yeah, I know you're sitting there shrugging. I'm the same. Laura is into it, and I am. Hear the music and everything. I'm like, I don't get it, but okay. That's what it is.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, okay, let them have fun.
Yeah.
Each
to their own.
Yeah, exactly. Each to their own. Have fun. You're enjoying
Whether you get it or no, if it makes them happy, then fine.
And that's probably the most important thing to me is little Lara and Laura are happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's important. So, but yeah, that's I'm trying to think of anything else. Nah, coming up movie wise, I think the only film I really want to see at the cinema will be The Long Walk. Looks alright for the guy that did Hunger Games.
I remember you talking about that one, yeah.
And
is that another one where
they've got to walk 3 miles an hour, and if they stop, they get taken out. It looks alright.
Movie wise, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, because I believe Thunderbolts comes on Disney Plus tomorrow.
Oh, does it? Yeah, that'll be good.
From what I've seen online anyway, it's meant to be tomorrow, so yeah. The Man United game and Thunderbolts is my evening sorted for tomorrow.
Alien Earth came onto Disney Plus. I watched the first episode. It was quite good.
Don't know what that is.
Apple TV. You can get a month free Apple TV now from most places. So I ended up watching a series with Owen Wilson in it called Stick. It's about a pro golfer who had like a mental breakdown and basically is now working at a golf store, and he basically finds this kid and he ends up helping the kid become like a proper professional golfer. And it's a story that's been done a million times, but it was actually really, really good, and I enjoyed it. I ended up watching it all within the week, and I think if anyone's kind of looking for something that's not too serious, it's kind of good, wholesome, light-hearted, good bit of comedy in it, is Stick's definitely something to sit and watch on Apple. I highly recommend it.
Well, I've been rewatching, well, I say rewatching, kind of watching / rewatching The Sopranos.
Oh really?
Because I had watched it about into midway through series
Wrexham
2.
are already 1-0 down.
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing not too bad.
I'd got
1-0 down.
I'm sure they picked up a win or two.
I'm pretty sure they've not.
I'd got like a season and a half in before when I watched it, like years ago when I still stayed at Mum and Sam's. And then I just hadn't picked it back up for some reason. And then it was the other week when we were at Graham's, and we got back, turned the telly on, and it was like, oh, if you've got Sky Showcase, that's a channel apparently, which I do have. It's like, you have all the Thrones series, all the
You have that anyway. You have access to my Google.
Yeah, but all the Sopranos and all the Boardwalk Empire and something else, Big Little Lies maybe.
That's a good show.
So I've never seen that either.
It's got a good cast.
But I decided that night we got back from Graham's, I watched the first 2 episodes.
They're all great shows.
I'm still not into where I've not seen before. So I'm about midway through season 2, but it's all still bits that I've seen before. So in the next, probably at some point tomorrow, or maybe even later this evening, I'll get into where I've not seen, and it will be viewing it for the first time kind of thing.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
But yeah, loving it. It's a great show.
I bought Pacific yesterday. It was down to like £8 on Apple.
Movie or?
It's the Band of Brothers makers. They did the Pacific. They did Masters of Air is amazing, but Pacific's just one that I've tried a couple of times to watch it. I don't know. It just doesn't click. So I thought, right, if I buy it, I will end up like doing an episode at a time. So I will get there. I'm going to finish Pacific. This is my thing I want to do before the end of the year now, is finish Pacific. So, and the thing is, everyone's told me it's really good. So I just don't know. I think I loved Band of Brothers so much that I always found it really hard. And I think Masters of Air was so different to Band of Brothers in a good way.
I've never actually heard of that, Masters of Air.
It's only on Apple TV, but it's from the makers. It's such a good show. It tells you obviously all about the guys that came across from America and flew into Germany and stuff. And some of the stories that happen were very like Band of Brothers. It's Band of Brothers in the air, whereas I get Pacific's meant to be the Japanese side of the Americans. Yeah, and maybe that's what it is that because I don't personally relate too much to the Japanese side of the American war, or that it's more the German and side that
the European theatre
that
you know about.
That I know about. Yeah. Then maybe that's why I'm finding Pacific so hard. I don't know.
Possibly.
But I am going to. I'm going to do it. I did get a bargain though on Amazon. Amazon Prime were selling Chernobyl for $2.99. Now, Chernobyl is easily one of the best TV series you will ever watch in fucking history of TV. It is 5 parts, and it goes through obviously what happened at Chernobyl, and I would thoroughly recommend you watch it. It's on my YouTube. But at $2.99 in 4K, I was like, I'm not going to turn that down, even if I do have it on YouTube. So, like, I said to Laura, because I bought it for her and me to sit and watch together, and she's like, you've got it on YouTube. I'm like, it's not 4K. $2.99 for 4K. It's my money.
Oh, there's a Wrexham equaliser.
Oh, we're really? I'll get disqualified. Give it a second. Goal disallowed. Who scored?
Ryan Hardy.
Alright, okay. This will not go Wrexham's way. Like, it's...
Well, they're away at Preston, so you never know.
Let's see. Cracking goal, though.
Yeah.
Fair play to the boy. Pick that out the net. Whew. That's somebody that's playing for his wages. Top bag.
I wonder if that was a cross.
Nah, he is meaning it, look. Nah,
maybe.
Yeah, he meant that. Yeah, 100%.
We've all hit ones like that and then gone, yeah, no, I totally meant that. And in your mind, you know, you were putting a cross in. It just happened to nestle in the top corner.
I was just too small to put crosses in, so if I ever shot, I was actually shooting. It's like... Think back. Yeah, I never had the opportunity to cross.
And you were more in the middle as well, to
Yeah.
be fair. I was always on the wing, so I was crossing constantly. That was one of the best parts of my game, to be fair.
I was standing on folks' toes. That's what my dad taught me. Stand on their toes. It is what it is. So Laura's asked me to come up with some quiz questions for Andy Wiley at the wedding to do for people.
Oh, nice.
So you can help me with this.
My pleasure.
What
is it like questions on you guys?
Yeah, it is. So Laura's ones is, what is Laura and Aaron's star signs? By the way, I'm just going to... Actually, let's see who listens to the podcast. Right. Aaron is a Taurus, Laura is a Pisces. What is Laura and Aaron's favourite colour? Well, Aaron's is blue and Laura's is green. What is Laura's maiden name? Well, that obviously be quite obvious to anyone. Where did Laura and Aaron meet? Oh, they met in Dundee on a blind date. Technically.
Was it not when you went to see last Christmas?
Well, that actually comes to the next part, Andrew.
Nice.
Where did they get engaged? Everyone should know that knows us.
That was that not at your mum and dad's house?
No, that was about
Hogmanay.
There we go. Hogmanay at the house. It was all planned, and my mum and dad came down.
Your house?
Yeah,
but they were there.
Yep.
Right. I was kind of close.
What was the first film they watched together?
Last Christmas.
There we go. What is the couple's favourite food? Now, you've had so many times you've ate with us. So.
Chinese.
There we go. What is Aaron and Laura's favourite movies?
Well, I know yours. Mighty Ducks 2, obviously.
That's it, Mighty Ducks 2.
Don't know Laura's though. I'm going to guess Disney. Am I in the right ballpark?
It changes. It changes so fucking much. But yeah, you would expect it to be a Disney.
I certainly do, yeah.
There we go. She is a big Tinkerbell fan. Right, so we've got what's our favourite movies. What else can we put in here, Andy?
I know it's more my side of the podcast, but favourite songs?
Favourite songs?
Do you have one?
Probably, yeah. I'd say so.
I'm not going to think of it before.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. I've got to read that is actually quite a tricky one because I think a lot of people will get that wrong. For both of us.
Yeah, maybe don't put that one in.
Yeah. Where are Aaron and Laura going? And Laura going on their honeymoon? That's quite a good one.
Mm-hmm. But then how generic do you allow the answer to be?
I think we just make it
a cruise, or you want to know where the cruise is going?
The Spanish Flair cruise. I think that's probably accurate because technically it's Portugal, Spain, Greece, places like that. So
it's a med cruise, really.
Yeah. Well, I always classed it as that.
Of Portugal.
Yeah.
Thrown in on the way.
And it's fucking hard. Aaron and Laura's favourite drink? Mine's is really obvious, folks. It's a Coke.
If I was getting married, mine's would probably be pretty obvious. Mind you, I don't know if Bo is my favourite. I do love a Cosmopolitan and a milkshake, and you can't beat some Iron Brew. So
I've got a good one. Who said I love you first? And I'm not going to fucking tell you which one that is. I'm going to make you guess.
I'm guessing you.
Well, we'll see. You'll have to just see what happens on the night when you put your answer in, Andy.
Fair enough. I feel it's somewhat an advantage having recorded this.
Yeah, it should. But it's also quite good. It's because if people listen, they're also getting some of the answers.
Also, if people are listening that aren't going to the wedding, they're going to be bored at their tits. So let's move on.
Yeah.
You mentioned Greece there as part of where the cruise is going, and I touched on it earlier that Laura and Cayman got married in between us recording the last episode and, well, now. Heard about that when my dad and Angela got back. We had a chat when they got back and they filled me in. Sounded amazing, by the way. They got married on like a jetty on Rhodes at sunset, I think. And the mayor of the town actually married them.
Yeah, I think you said that.
Yeah, she was the one that married the two of them. And then there was like a boat waiting offshore for after all the stuff was done on the jetty, the ceremony and stuff, and it took them to where the reception was, I guess. But it sounded amazing. And yeah, I've seen the photos. And obviously the girls looked lovely and it looked like everyone had a great time, so
yeah. I am going to do my movie. My movie recommendation this week, this month, is very special because I know it's special to somebody I care about. And I think this person deserves it for all the hard work they put in. And I know that anyone who watches it will feel nostalgic. On top of that there as well, it will take them back to their childhood. And for Andy, I'm recommending Mighty Ducks 2. It's to everyone. I think that you should all get on Disney Plus and go and watch Emilio Estevez and Joshua Jackson and the gang in Mighty Ducks 2 because it's just a good film, and let's be honest, it takes you back.
Well, funnily enough, me and Stu were talking about that on Saturday night when we were having a catch up about, because we were doing a couple of rounds for the quiz book, because Stin was over on Friday night, moved in about the quiz book, and me and Stu did a couple of rounds. And there was one, it was like movie quotes or something. I think me and Stin have done it before, so it had already been crossed out, so it's not cheating for future quizzes. But it was a line from Terminator 2, and then it got us on to talking about sequels, and that one's, in our opinion, better than the original. But I always go back to, if anyone says sequels are better than the original, D2 is always my go-to. That's the one, because I know everybody says about Godfather Part 2, and that's a great film, but for me it doesn't, well, for me no film surpasses Godfather Part 1. It's for me the greatest film ever made. It's not far away, Part 2, because it's a really good film, but it doesn't surpass it for me. Mighty Ducks 2 does surpass the first one, and as Stu hit the point, Terminator 2, that's another one.
Fair enough.
But yeah, definitely I'm all on board with your recommendation. It's probably the first of your film recommendations that I've seen.
Well,
I think it might be, by the way.
You have seen Secretariat since.
That's true, yeah. I hadn't seen it when you first recommended it, but I have seen it since, so.
Yeah, and it's I've recommended it to Fraser to watch with Rory as well.
Oh, nice. It was a good film. I fairly enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. I don't recommend shit films, so.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, good point. Why would you? I don't recommend shite songs.
That's true. It's what is your song?
Well, it has to be from one of two artists, because when I done my Regina track a few episodes ago, I said that was us moving on to doing, because I think we'd done, or I'd done Sigrid and Greth and Elio and Maisie Peters, and then I went on to Regina, and then that sort of kicked off my top 5 artists, if you like, traditionally. So then I did Tupac after that, and then Nirvana, of course, not long before going to the Nirvana exhibit. So that leaves 2 of my top 5 artists, which are Eminem and Coldplay. And I'm going to go for an Eminem track. It has, I think, pretty much always been my favourite Eminem track, but it almost annoys me that it is, because the title is 8 Mile, and when you say that, everyone thinks you mean Lose Yourself, which is the famous song from 8 Mile. But there's a track on the 8 Mile album just called 8 Mile. It's a brilliant track. So give it a listen. I know you will. I know you listen to them all.
Yeah, well, I usually listen to it when I put it on, but I might actually listen to that one tomorrow.
Brilliant song.
Yeah.
There's a couple of lines in it that really always just... what's the word I'm looking for? Related to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so give it a listen, and well, you already know next episode will be a Coldplay track, so I need to go and listen to a lot of Coldplay.
A lot of Coldplay.
Like I don't do that anyway. So I will need to narrow it down, in fairness. I think probably between about 3, maybe 2. But guess we'll find out.
Fair enough. East Fife are beating Kilmarnock B 2-1. Celtic B are beating Kelty Hearts 1-0. There we go. Guys, obviously thank you for continuing to listen to us. Thank you for supporting us. This will obviously go up before the end of August. We are grateful for all the support. It's just been a journey the last 8 months, between weight loss and podcasts and weddings and jobs and friendships and everything else. I'm very grateful for all the people, including my 3 best men, Andy, Paul and Brian. I'm very grateful for my Let's Fucking Go group, Eddie, Brian, Bill. You're my boy, Bill. Fraser. Great support in there for the weight loss. And yeah, I honestly cannot wait to marry the most amazing, beautiful, generous woman I've ever met, Laura, in less than 10 days. And yeah, just bring it on the next 10 days. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, by the time of the next episode, you will be married.
Again, yeah.
Yeah. Again. Fucking rubbing it in there,
I do have a habit at the moment now. If this is my current fiance, and Laura's like, current?
My dad does that sometimes. I remember we were down in Burnt Island. I think it was when my granny wasn't well, and all the family had kind of gathered.
Yeah.
And we were down at a pub in Burnt Island, and I was sat outside in the beer garden with my mum, my Uncle Tam, and I think there was a couple of, I think Heather was there, but my dad was inside. Actually, no, Angela was out with us as well, because my dad was inside with my Aunt Lorna, and he said to the barman, who I think owned the place as well, that he was just sat outside with his first wife and his current wife. And he then reiterated that it was his third wife, and then the guy was like, really? I've got to come outside and see this. And so he comes outside, and then Dad's just sitting talking to me and Mum and Angela, and he's sitting there going, yeah, so that's my first wife, that's our son, this is my third wife. The guy's just standing there like, really? And you all get on? And we're like, yeah, of course we do.
I think that's the important thing, is that there's a maturity in it, and it's so nice that your mum and your dad are able to do that for the kids. Yeah, for the kids.
You mean me?
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's the important part, and we've seen some friends do that as well. So, yeah, I think that's awesome, and I think the fact if I'd been the landlord, I'd have to come out and seen your mum and dad too. Yeah. So, I will be officially married when we see next, as Andy's pointed out, and
unless I skip off to Vegas, I won't be. So it'll be pretty much status quo there.
Guys, have a great rest of the month and beginning of September. We will see you in mid-September.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See ya.